Hi, welcome to Room 9, our region's largest classroom. I'm Mrs. Williams. I teach first grade in the Windsor C1 School District. That's in Imperial, Missouri. This is
Mrs. Forth. Hi, everybody. I'm from the Rockwood School District. I'm excited to be here with you today as we learn a little bit about reading and math. So before we start, we really want to know,
where are you? Are you near the airport? Top Golf? Are you out at Six Flags?
That's where I live.
Yay! Are you near the Magic House? Closer to the zoo? Maybe you are close to the St. Louis Arch or the Mississippi River. That's where I'm at. I'm a little bit south of St. Louis in Herculaneum near the Mississippi River.
It looks like we have friends from all over St. Louis joining us today.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Very exciting. Okay, let's go ahead and start with our welcome poem. I'm going to point to the words. Feel free to join along with me as I say them. Ready? Welcome, welcome, everyone. How are you today? We are so glad to be with you, learning math and reading too.
And speaking of how are you today, we need to do a zone check because before we get ready to learn, each day we check in on our body and brain. Really smart scientists that study brains know that happy, calm brains do the best learning. If you are in the green zone, that means that you are calm, you are happy, and you are ready to complete your work, help others, and reach your daily goals. And this is the hand signal. So if you are in green zone, show me you're green and good to go. If you are in the blue zone, you might be feeling a little slow and low today. You might need to draw a picture, get a hug, or think some happy thoughts to be ready to learn. Your hand signal will look like this. If you are in the yellow zone, you're maybe a little frustrated, anxious, or maybe just really excited in a good way, but not ready to learn yet. So you need to take some deep breaths, get a hug, or talk to an adult that can help you be ready. If you are in the red zone, you have flipped your lid. Your hand signal looks like this, and you're probably not learning with this right now. You're very angry or upset about something. You need to stop, get help from an adult, take some deep breaths, and check the size of your problem. So show me your hand signal. Are you green zone and good to go? I hope you are. If you are blue, yellow, or red, choose one of our strategies to help you get ready to learn.
Are you guys ready to get started today? All right, before we start, let's do our Room 9 chant. Can you read this along with us? Okay. I am smart. I am kind. I am brave. I am me. Hi, readers. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me today. I thought we would start off revisiting blends. If you were with me on Monday, we started to talk about Rblends. And remember, blends are when two consonants are together, but they say their sounds pretty quickly and close together, which makes it a little tricky for us to hear. So in Rblends, the R is the second letter in the blend. Maybe we talked about PR, like present, and proud, and prince. Practice saying those words. Try them on. Ready? Prince. Feel what your mouth is doing. Proud, present. Great. Okay, how about BR? Brr, like broken, bread, breath. Yeah. Brag, brother. Are you saying some of those words? Do you feel that in your mouth? Brr, brr. It's like that R comes really fast. Here's another one. An F and an R. An F and an R. Brr, frown, from, friend. Brr, brr. Yeah, that R is that tricky part. This one. Crown, crayon, crabs, crooked. Great. Okay, saved two more because they're the trickiest of the Rblends. Because sometimes our mouth makes it sound a little different. So I'm going to show you the blend. What would you think this says? Yeah, So now I want you to say the word tree. Like there's lots of trees outside. Tree. Are you hearing what I'm hearing? Sometimes when we say tree, it sounds like the ch sound. That's right. I see that in lots of writing when I go into schools all the time. For tree, friends are putting the ch, ch, but you can kind of hear how they're similar. So we want to be careful with the TR blend. Tree, tree, trunk, treasure. Yeah, say those words. Great. All right, you want to hear the other tricky one? Okay, the next tricky one is a D and an R. A D and an R together, okay? What would you think that would sound like? Der, yeah. So how about drum, like you beat on a drum? Say drum. Now, are you hearing j sound a little bit? Yeah, a lot of people when they say drum, you kind of hear that j in there. It's drum, drum, or dream, dream. Yeah, so these are our really tricky blends that maybe we might need to spend extra time with. What do you think? Yeah? Okay, we'll see how we do. Because guess what? Right now, we're going to build words that have Rblends in them. I have my letter cards ready, and I want you to help me make the words using the cards that I have. Okay? Can you see some of my letters? Okay, so I have A and O and U and B and D. I also have G, H, M, R, and T, okay? Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think that we should get our brains warmed up by saying the sound. So I'm gonna point to the letter and I want you to tell me the sound that it makes. Ready? A, O, U, B, B, D, D, G, G, H, M, R, T, T. Good job. Okay, the first word that I want to make is rag. Say rag. Rag. What letters would I need to make rag? Yep. Keep telling me. In the middle. And at the end. Yeah. Rag. Good job. Change rag to bag. Change rag to bag. What would I need to do? Change out that beginning sound to the b, bag, bag, bag. Good. What if I want to say brag, brag? Brag. Yeah, I still hear the b, brag. There's something else in there. That's right, it's the R. This is an R blend. I told you it's kind of tricky to hear both sounds. Brag, brag. Okay, next word, drag, drag. I had to drag my sister across the floor. She was throwing such a temper tantrum. Drag, or I had to drag my bag because it was so heavy. Drag. That's right. Drag. Say that word again because that's that tricky blend. Drag. Drag. Good job. How about trap? Trap. What are you hearing? Trap. What do you think? Trap. Trap. This is that tricky. If you're not careful, it can end up sounding like a ch sound. Trap. Trap. All right, let's do one more. How about drop? Drop. What do I need for drop? D, Dr. Ah. Yeah, I don't see a P either. You know what? I can fix that easily. Look at that. Improvisation. Thank you. Drop. Good job. You guys just built a bunch of words with blends, which leads me to believe you're ready for the next activity. So I took a page in our Baby Chipmunks book, Remember our Baby Chipmunks book that we've been reading all week by Bobbie Kalman, published by Crabtree Publishing. So I found a page in here and I decided that I was going to cover all parts of the words except for the blends because you're so good at blends. What I want you to do when I get to that word is I want you to say the blend sound and think what word starts with that blend that would make sense in here. Yeah, super fun, like a mystery thing, isn't it? Okay, chipmunk habitats. And we've read about habitats before. A habitat is where, an animal lives. You're right. Chipmunk habitats. The natural places where animals live are called habitats. Many chipmunks live in forests or at the edges of forests. Forests are habitats with many, but you see that blend? Many, what could it be? Forests are habitats with many a forest has many You think it's trees? That would make sense. Forests definitely have trees. Let's see. You're right. It says trees. Good job of starting your mouth with that blend at the beginning and thinking about what starts with that sound that makes sense here. Forests are habitats with many trees and there's a blend, an L blend. Get your mouth ready. Say the blend. And other, many trees and other plants. Let's see. I'm having trouble with my tape, you guys. Oh my goodness. Plants. You were right. Forests are habitats with many trees and other plants. Most chipmunks live in burrows or holes. They can clap, they can cool, I think I'm going to read the next word to see if it can help us out. They can cool trees. What can they do with trees? They can climb. Yeah, I see chipmunks and squirrels climbing trees around my neighborhood. Let's see if that's it. They can climb trees. You did it. They can climb trees, but they find most of their food on the ground. They find most of their food on the ground. That's right. Let's read the caption. What do you think? This baby chipmunk lives in a burrow in the forest. It looks for food on the ground. That kind of matches what we read up there, doesn't it? So now that I'm thinking, we kind of read some words down here that matched words up here. Maybe we should try figuring out the main idea, what we've been working on this week. Notice any bold words and notice what repeats is what we just did. So let's think. I'm going to read it again, and I want you to notice words that repeat or any bold words, and we'll write them down, okay? The natural places where animals live are called habitats. Many chipmunks live in forests or at the edges of forests. Forests are habitats with many trees and other plants. So you've heard forests a couple times and habitats? Yeah, sure, I'll write that down, habitats. And that's a bold word, and forest is a bold word. So it's a bold word. The author's repeating it. Those are really important words. Okay, many chipmunks live in forests or at the edges of forests. Forests are habitats with many trees and other plants. Most chipmunks live in burrows or holes. They can climb trees, but they find most of their food on the ground. Any other words we heard a couple of times? Chipmunks? Chipmunks, anything else? Oh, you're right. Our snap word, our sight word, live and live. Okay, so on this page, over and over again, we noticed habitats, forests, chipmunks live. You found another bold word? Yeah, burrows. Okay, I'm wondering if we can look at all of those words and think, what did Bobbie Kalman want us to know on this page? Habitats, forest, chipmunks live, burrows. Chipmunks live in burrows in the forest habitat. Chipmunks live in burrows in the forest habitat. Yeah, that's pretty much what that was about. Good job, readers. I am so impressed at how you're able to notice the bold words and notice what the author repeats to figure out the main idea. What is this page mostly about? You guys are becoming experts at nonfiction reading. I can't even believe how amazing you guys are at all the things that nonfiction readers do. You should give yourself a pat on the back. I bet you're also doing great things in math. Are you ready to go see Mrs. Williams? Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Off you go.
Thanks, Mrs. Forth. Hey guys, it's time for us to get growing our math brains, and today we're going to go ahead and count by tens all the way to 150. Yeah. Hey guys, let's think about that number 150. How many is in the hundred spot? Yeah, there's one in the hundred spot. How many tens? 5 tens. And how many ones? 0. So we're counting by tens to 150. And today we're going to go ahead and do the wave. So here we go. Get those hands ready. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. Good counting, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get our 150 out of the way because I have for you our starting number for today. So take a look and do a little mental math. Decide what number this is. If you don't have a pencil and paper or a whiteboard and marker, go ahead and grab it right now. You can write your answer down on your board or your paper. Were you able to just visualize it and say, that's 5 tens and 2 ones? Or did you use your counting on strategy? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52. Either way works just fine. So our starting number for today is 52. Now, we've been working on adding and subtracting within 100, and today is no exception. We're going to be mixing it up today. We're going to have to decide whether we're adding on or whether we're taking away to solve some problems. Now, our very first problem is, you guessed it, going to start with 52. I went ahead and highlighted our important information. Let's read our word problem. 52 leaves were in my yard. It was a mess, folks. 19 more leaves fell down. How many leaves are there in all? Well, let's think about this problem. Did we start with a big number and take some away? Or do we have part, and we have to find the whole? Yeah, we had 2 parts. We started with 52 and 19 more came. So that's part, and whole. So I'm going to write the number sentence, and I'm going to write it up and down. I'm going to stack it up. And we're adding on 19 more. And remember, keep your columns nice and neat. Keep your ones lined up and your tens lined up. Otherwise, your number will get all kinds of wonky. All right, so if we started with 5 tens, we need to show that. Do it right now. And 2 ones. And we added on 1 more 10 and 9 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Guys, did you notice something? What did we make? That one's house is getting pretty full. There's a group of 10. So we're going to take that group of 10 and put it where it belongs. When we can make a group of 10, our one's house is too full and we have to move it on over and make it a group of 10. All right, so now we can check and see how many ones. Just one. And I can already tell that I've got a group of 5 tens. So 5 tens, 6 tens, 7 tens. Oh, that gives us 7 tens and 1 1, or 71. Now let's take a look at our number sentence and see how this would work out. If we have 9 and we add on 2 more, that gives us 11. But we know 11 is made of 1 1 and 1 10. That means that our one's house is getting pretty full. We know that 10 has to scoot on over to the 10's house. So 1 1 and 1 10. And I'm going to write it up here so that I remember to add on that 10 when I add up my tens column. So 5 tens plus 1 more. 5 plus 1 more, count on in your head, is 6. Plus 1 more, count up 1 more in your head, is 7. 71. These numbers both agree that's 2 different strategies to do the same problem. All right, let's try another. This time, we're visiting with my dear friend, Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda is one of the nicest people I know, and you'll see why here in a second. She just always has a kind word for everyone and is always sharing. Miss Wanda has 47 pumpkins in her pumpkin patch. The kids picked 38 of them. Aw, that was so sweet. She let the kids have some pumpkins. How many pumpkins are still in the field? Let's think about this. Let us ponder this. How many pumpkins did Miss Wanda start off with? She had 47. So 47 is 4 tens and 7 ones. And did she get more pumpkins? Or did part go away? Yeah, she started with the whole number of 47 and 38 went away. So let's show that 4 tens and 7 ones. And let's write our number sentence over here. This time we need our dun da 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 minus mustache. Okay, now we were taking away 8 from the one side, but we don't have 8 ones. What do? Yep, we go next door and ask our neighbor at the 10's house, psst, I need to give away 8, but I only have 7. Can I please borrow a group of 10 ones? And the 10's house says, oh, sure, sharing is caring, but now I only have 3 tens. Let's put those 10, that group of 10 on over here and show it, that group of 10 ones. All right. Do we have enough now to take away 8 ones? We sure do. And we know that 8 is more than 5. Is it more than 10? No. But we know that we can take away this whole row, 5, 6, 7, 8. And how many do we have left? Well, we have one whole row of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we were taking away how many tens? 3 tens. Oh boy. Let's see how this works out on our number sentence. If there's more on the floor, if there's 8 ones, I don't have enough to give away 8. So I head on over to my buddy, the 10, and I say, psst, can I please borrow a group of 10 ones? I only have 7, so I can't give away 8. And he says, Okay, sharing is caring, but now I only have 3 10s. So you show that 1 10 over here, and the 7 ones gets to stand with it. So we have 17 minus 8. Now 17 minus 8 might be a little bit big to do in your head. So if you don't have that one in your file folder in your brain, just go ahead and start at 17. And are you going to count on or are you counting back? We're taking away, so we're counting back. We're going the direction the numbers get smaller. So 17 and take away 8. Did you say 9? You are correct. I'm going to go ahead and give you a roller coaster cheer. Woo! Woo! Great job, guys. That's all the time we have to grow our brain together today, but I hope you have a fantastic day. Take those Room 9 rules with you. Rule number 1 is be safe. Keep your hands, your feet, and your things to yourself. Rule number 2 is be responsible. Take care of your schoolwork and your chores, no arguing. Rule number 3, be respectful. Treat other people the way you would want to be treated. Kind words and a kind voice. And rule number 4, make yourself proud. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Teaching in Room 9 is made possible with support of Bank of America, Dana Brown Charitable Trust, Emerson, and viewers like you.